As Herndon parried this way and that, doing everything he could to get out of the path of her wild combination. After several more blows, he did the only thing he could think of and dove into a roll to the right. Perfect, Nera thought. He usually likes the right. This time, Herndon played right into her hand. She swung her spear out wide over his head and all in one move whipped it around, gaining even more momentum. The spear came in low on the second pass, and it was all Herndon could do to bring his sword up on his side and halt the long weapon before it struck him. They both paused for a moment. Then Nera lifted her spear and tapped him on the top of the head. Herndon rolled backward and popped up to his feet. Dust from the training ground mixed with his sweat on his face as he smiled at her. "Oh, all right then. You win this one." "Don't I win them all?" Nera teased. "Come on," Herndon said. "We must have an even split over all our matches." Nera laughed. She hadn't kept count through the years, but she was pretty sure it was close. I don't know." Herndon rolled his eyes and laughed at her coy remark. As he walked towards her, his stare seemed to cut through her, his hazel eyes determined. The muscles in her body grew warm as Herndon sidled next to her and asked in a low voice, "Care to go another round?" He stood there, close to her, his jaw clenched but his eyes soft, as if he were holding something back. She fought the overwhelming urge to kiss him. It's not as though she didn't want to, for she certainly did. But for as long as they'd been together, they'd danced this dance, neither of them breaking. It's almost as if they were testing each other to see who would cave first. As far as either of them could tell, neither wanted to play a game. It wasn't as if anyone could chastise them for it. It wasn't against any rules, but duty and responsibility leave little room for love. At least, that's what they told themselves. In truth, they were both just scared. Both had lost loved ones, parents, at young ages. Both had been forged and hardened by those losses, but for some reason, the guardians softened each other. A terrifying prospect. To open oneself to the possibility of love is to open oneself to the possibility of heartbreak. It's a road that requires courage. A strange thought for, arguably, two of the most courageous members of the fabled Whitestone Griffin Guard. The world all around them seemed to fall away in silence. Herndon inched closer, leaning in as if in slow motion. Nera's body relaxed as she began to let the walls fall and give in. She did not want to fight it anymore. Herndon's hand unconsciously slid around her back. She used every ounce of self-control she had left. If this game was over, he would have to kiss her. She would win. But then again, she did not care. She pressed closer to him, and